For the past decade, entering the crypto world meant a terrifying condition. Your entire financial life depended on guarding 24 random words. In this legacy system, known as an externally owned account, there is no customer support. If you misplace that piece of paper or spell a word wrong, your money is gone permanently. We effectively asked average people to turn their desk drawers into bank vaults. Engraving seed phrases on titanium plates and hiding them in the walls is a massive cognitive burden. The industry is finally recognizing that human memory is a terrible security system. Thousands of users are now moving their assets out of these fragile setups and into programmable smart accounts. This raises a critical question for anyone holding digital assets. Should you stick with the absolute isolation of those 24 words, or is a programmable software vault actually safer? Let's compare them side by side. Left, legacy account, anchored by an engraved plate. Right, smart account, driven by biometrics. The first difference is onboarding. Instead of random words, you log in using email, socials, or a face scan. We are trading brittle physical keys for programmable digital trust, simply because mass adoption requires tools that don't punish users for standard human mistakes. The engine making this possible is called account abstraction. Technically, it's known as ERC-4337, and it turns your wallet from a static pair of cryptographic keys into a piece of programmable software. Think of a seed phrase like an old-fashioned mechanical key. If you drop it on the sidewalk, whoever finds it can open your door, and your only fix is to replace the entire physical lock. This chart details how account abstraction fixes this by separating the signer, how you prove who you are, from the account, where the money actually lives. It works like a modern hotel keycard system. If you lose your card, you don't panic. You go to the front desk, they verify your ID, and they issue you a new card while instantly invalidating the old one. The door itself never changes. In a smart account, a smart contract acts as that front desk. It holds the custom logic that decides which specific devices or signatures are allowed to access your funds. This introduces a clear trade-off. You gain incredible flexibility, but you must now trust that the smart contract code is entirely free of bugs, rather than relying strictly on offline mathematics. By moving away from the mechanical key, the single point of failure shifts from a physical piece of paper hiding in your house to the software layer living on the blockchain. If your wallet is secured by your phone and your phone falls in a lake, how do you get your money back? The answer is a feature called social recovery, which lets you nominate a network of trusted guardians. Let's look at a decision tree of exactly how this maps out when disaster strikes. We start with a lost device, which forces you down one of two paths. If you are on the legacy path, your options are grim. You either successfully locate your 24 words, or you hit a dead end and lose everything. On the smart account path, you don't tear your house apart looking for paper. Instead, you send a recovery signal to your pre-selected guardians. Once a simple majority, say 2 out of your 3 guardians, sign a transaction confirming your identity, the smart contract automatically transfers control of the vault to your new phone.
These guardians don't have to be your friends. You could choose a family member, but you could also use a professional institutional service or a separate hardware wallet you keep in a safe deposit box. The catch here is that while you eliminate the risk of a house fire destroying your backup, you introduce social engineering risks. You have to actively maintain these relationships and ensure your guardians actually know what to do if you need them. Social recovery trades the cold, mathematical certainty of a seed phrase for a safety net that adapts to human mistakes, relying on the ongoing reality of maintaining trusted relationships. Beyond recovery scenarios, programmable accounts alter the daily mechanics of using digital assets. This happens through the integration of passkeys and a standard called WebAuthn, which links your blockchain account directly to the biometric hardware you already own. That means the Face ID sensor on your smartphone is quickly becoming the primary gateway to decentralized finance. For an average user, signing a complex smart contract transaction no longer feels like an advanced computer science exam. It feels exactly like buying a coffee. This narrows the massive psychological gap between intimidating crypto tooling and the everyday tap-to-pay tech we already trust. Because the wallet is software, you can set precise rules. You can instruct the contract to approve trades under $500 with just a face scan, but demand a hardware wallet signature for anything larger. It also allows for one-click batching. Instead of manually clicking through 5 different permission prompts to complete a single trade, you can approve the entire sequence with one tap. The immediate experience is completely frictionless, but setting this up properly requires real effort.
There is a risk of misconfiguring a rule and accidentally locking yourself out of certain functions. Passkeys and programmable logic bury complex cryptography beneath the biometrics we use every day. In this model, the wallet functions as a background layer that secures your digital life without requiring your constant attention. So we return to the central question: which of these standards is actually safer for your specific needs? Retiring the physical seed phrase doesn't destroy security. It simply relocates the burden from human memory to programmable systems. This chart maps exactly where you belong. The horizontal axis measures technical comfort and isolation. The vertical axis tracks usability and fear of key loss. If you demand absolute isolation from the grid and trust your operational discipline, you fall right here. Relying on third-party code or guardians is an unacceptable risk. That unforgiving metal remains your best option. But if you're terrified of losing a single paper and want safety nets and seamless daily access, you land up here. For the vast majority of people, the smart account is the definitive path forward, finally bringing the practical protections of modern banking to decentralized finance. Mass adoption won't happen by forcing everyone to learn cryptography. It will only happen when the underlying technology disappears entirely, leaving only intuitive access behind.